there's obviously a couple of writers out there, or aspiring writers, who are watching eagerly and would like to know a couple of things. One is, and maybe Sunil, you could talk to this, how, when you're a new writer, a beginning writer, you're an established writer, but when you were starting, I mean, how does a new writer find a forum, a new playwright particularly, find a forum for their work? I mean, it's so hard to get a play produced. Any advice for the aspiring playwright?
Unfortunately, no. I mean, I just stumbled along. I early on was entering my writing in a number of competitions, and I was fortunate to meet some people that way. But I think it's ultimately about building partnerships and finding people who understand what you're doing or want to be doing, and just cultivating those relationships.
Take any avenue that's open.
Right.
I think I remember a phrase that Des has used in the past, is that what a writer needs to do is to find the right group of people that will support their work. He would call it finding your family. And it doesn't mean the families in the most prestigious organizations. It's really the people who understand your work, and so will help you develop that work, because theater is collaborative, and the group that you surround yourself with is very important.
Sure. And we have another question along these lines. Are Canadian playwrights financially supported at all? Gosh,
is that a general question, or at Stratford?
Well, that's a good question. I don't know. I think it. Well, we can talk. I mean, you've touched on this at Stratford with the playwrights retreat. There was a certain we were helping those playwrights in that sense. Maybe Sunil, as from your own experience and from knowing other playwrights, I mean, how do you make a living at this? Do you have to have a day job?
Yeah. You do, unfortunately. I think at the writers' retreat, there was only one person amongst us who was actually able to make a living just writing plays. We're all very envious. But I mean, if it's a compulsion, you'll do it no matter what the circumstances, I guess, and hope that someday you will be, as I mentioned, the friend in this retreat was able to do it full time at this point.
Sure. So really it's a question of having the passion and keeping going at it and doing what it takes.
Unfortunately, the environment isn't such that one can make a living. A number of my former instructors, one is a Pulitzer Prize winning playwright in the States, and he said that he himself can't make a living writing plays. He needs to write screenplays, and that allows him to write plays.
Wow. Gosh. Robert, any advice for the aspiring writers out there?
Well, I think in terms of submission and protocol, there may be some advice, but the most important thing is really to follow your passion, because the writers who endure are the writers who must do this, and who really have that fire in their belly, to overcome the difficulties that kind of life means for them. Sunil has a family and now a 7-month-old baby, so their responsibilities.
So there goes your night. Well, on that not too discouraging note, I guess we have to wrap it up now. Next week, we'll be back with Julius Caesar 101, your introduction to Shakespeare's great Roman tragedy. Our guests will be Ben Carlson, who's playing Brutus, and Jonathan Goad. So in the meantime, thank you so much for joining us. I'd like to thank Sunil Kuruvilla, our playwright.
Thank you.
Robert Blacker, our dramaturge. And thanks to you for watching, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you, David.
Thank you.